Good morning. This is Giovanni Gallucci, joined by Chloe Dawn and Rachel Donovan, and this is the Daily Trend Report.
Morning, Giovanni.
Morning, everybody. Drove in the long way, stopped for coffee twice. No regrets.
Rachel rolled up in the Mustang with the keys already back in her hand, like she's leaving again before she's parked.
Always about to leave. That's the whole personality.
And I brought a crazy water I'll absolutely forget to drink by the second segment.
You always do. Today, platforms have started quietly choking AI slop, wellness shots are eating the cooler while energy shots die, and a pickle brand outpunked every food festival in the country. Rachel, you're up.
So this one hit 3 of our desks at once. Eddie had it near the top, Travis made it his lead, and Kendall backed it with the numbers. LinkedIn added a button that lets anybody flag a post as, quote, seems like AI slop. And here's the part that matters. When a post gets flagged, LinkedIn doesn't take it down. It caps it. The thing only reaches your immediate network and goes no further.
And the reach just quietly evaporates. Nobody sends you a notice, you don't get a strike, your impressions decay, and you sit there blaming the algorithm generically, when what actually happened is a classifier scored your post as commodity.
And the scale is wild. Pancram scanned over 1 million posts. 41% of long-form LinkedIn posts were fully AI generated. 23% of the comments. Highest share of any platform out there.
Which is exactly why LinkedIn built the antibody. They claim 94% detection. And it isn't watermark-based, it's stylistic. It reads how you write. Uniform sentence length, the rule of 3 phrasing, no first person, no real numbers, no names. That's the tell. That's what gets flagged.
Say the fuzzy part out loud, though. It's going to catch humans who happen to write like machines.
It will. And there's no appeal path and no published error rate. So if you lean your whole presence on one platform's organic reach, you're now exposed to a filter you can't inspect. But look at who actually gets hurt here. It's the small operator who bought an AI posting tool to keep up. That's the one the classifier flags. The person who never had budget for the tool, who's been writing by hand at 6 in the morning in a good mood, sails right through.
Which is almost funny. The expensive shortcut is the thing that sinks you.
A machine can copy how you sound. It can't copy that you were actually there at 6 a.m. making it. And notice the timing. The same week LinkedIn ships this, Reddit starts turning real posts into AI-voiced videos. So on one platform, the penalty is for sounding synthetic. And on another, the delivery itself is going synthetic. The whole layer is getting rebuilt around who made what.
And under all of it, Kendall pulled the up-off numbers. Clicks down 42%. LinkedIn reach down 47%. And the argument is that isn't a penalty you bounce back from. It's a permanent redistribution.
That's the honest read, and most people are getting it wrong. They're treating a structural shift like a bad week and prescribing the wrong fix, which is post more. You can't outvolume this. Shoveling more AI drafts into a slop filter just feeds it. The move is the opposite direction. Pull the budget out of AI drafted text and put it into formats the platform can't score as commodity. The native carousel built from your own screenshots, the 30-second face-to-camera, the comment you actually wrote yourself, formats that prove a human was in the room.
Say I'm a brand and I just figured out I've been getting capped for a month. Monday morning, what do I actually do?
First thing, you stop apologizing to the algorithm and start auditing your own feed. Read your posts the way the classifier reads them, then pick the 3 that sound the most like a person wrote them, and go make more of those. You're not gaming a filter, you're proving you exist. The account that shows a face, a name, and a number the machine can't fake is the one that keeps its reach.
And on Reddit, since your words might get read back in a robot voice now, write for the ear.
Write for the ear everywhere. Short sentences. Say the product name the way it sounds. If a machine is going to narrate you, at least make it read like a human talked first.
The part that stings is how invisible it is. You'd never even know you got throttled.
That's the cruelty of it. There's no villain to fight, just a number that quietly stops climbing. So quit waiting for a fair fight and go be the most obviously human account in your whole category. That's the entire game now. 3 things from this one. 1. Pull your last 30 LinkedIn posts and read them cold against the tells. Uniform sentences, rule of three, no names, no numbers. Rewrite the worst 5 by hand and watch the reach move. Cheapest test you'll run all month.
2. Shift spend off AI-drafted text posts and into native formats. A document carousel built from your own screenshots carries human signal by construction, so the filter can't call it commodity.
3. Quit chasing a reach number that no longer exists. Screenshot where you actually stand now. Then judge every post by one question. Is this unmistakably yours? Because that's the only thing still traveling.
Okay, my desk. 2 little bottles in the same cooler going opposite directions. Beverage industry ran it this week. Travis and Kendall both had it flagged. Wellness shots, the 2-ounce immunity and focus ones, up almost 20% year over year. The old energy shot, the caffeine bomb, down about 4%.
Same shelf, same price, opposite trajectory. And the reason is the entire story. One of them is sold on a benefit a person can actually name. The other is sold on caffeine.
And the category is real, not a blip. Functional shots were around 900 million last year, on track to basically double by the end of the decade. Classic drivers are ginger, turmeric, elderberry, apple cider vinegar. And the newer stuff pulling Gen Z volume, ashwagandha, lion's mane, L-theanine, rhodiola.
Notice what people are buying it for. Not the 20 years from now health promise, the same day thing. Mood by lunch, digestion, a clear head at 3 in the afternoon. A felt outcome. And a felt outcome is the easiest thing in the world to make content out of.
So here's my question for you. Every giant is going to see 20% and want in. Why doesn't the independent just get steamrolled the second the big cooler brands show up with the same 8 botanicals?
Because the giant can put those 8 botanicals in a bottle. What it can't do is stand in front of a camera and show you the ginger getting pressed this morning and name the farm it came from. The little producer wins on proof, not on the ingredient deck. This is about the cheapest line in the store to make, and the whole purchase happens in the 3 seconds somebody holds a 2-ounce bottle at the register. Which means the selling has to happen before they ever get to the register, on the feed.
And the reporting ties the growth straight to social. This didn't break out of a lab, it broke out of the feed.
Of course it did. It's a habit product. You drink it every morning, and every morning is another chance to show it. That's not a beverage launch. That's a content engine that happens to come in a bottle.
My worry is the theater. The giants slap a wellness halo on the same tired formula and call it clean.
They will, and that's the opening, not the threat. Let them run the halo. You run the receipt. But be careful how you say it because functional claims are regulated claims. Say what's in it. Show how it's made. Let the customer draw the conclusion. Don't promise an outcome. Film the honest one.
From the social side, this is a gift. A 2-ounce bottle and a felt result by mid-morning is basically built for short vertical video.
It is. And the mistake people make is treating it like a product reveal. It isn't. It's a testimonial engine. Every regular who feels the ginger hit by 10 is a piece of content you didn't have to shoot. Your only job is to make it dead simple for them to show it.
So the brand's own footage is almost the setup, and the customers are the payoff.
That's the ratio. You film the make, they film the feeling. Do that for 90 days and you've got a wall of proof no reformulated giant can counterfeit.
And the ingredient honesty is the whole advantage. Recognizable botanicals right on the front. No proprietary blend hiding the good part.
That's a clean label position a giant structurally can't take because its supply chain won't let it name a single farm. Put the name on the front. Specificity is the flex. 3 things you can actually do today. 1. Film the make. 1 unbroken clip of the thing getting pressed or blended this morning. Name the botanical and the farm out loud, and post it before a beauty shot ever exists.
2. Lead every post with what a person feels by 10 a.m., not what happens in a year. Same day as the honest sell, and it's the one people actually repeat in your comments.
3. Run the ritual on camera. It's a morning habit product, so make a standing morning post out of it and let your regulars start showing you theirs.
Last stretch, and this is the one I've been waiting to get to. Eddie pulled it off the tactics desk. Grillo's Pickles, number 2 refrigerated pickle in the country, right behind Clausen, and they got there by refusing to act like a food brand at all.
Meaning what, exactly?
Meaning they don't show up at food festivals. They make merch for skateboarders and punks. They set up at skate events, art shows, Boston Calling. Their brand guy said the strategy out loud. They go where other brands, quote, wouldn't or didn't know how to.
And the merch isn't a novelty table. That's a $200,000 business on its own now, with overall revenue growing better than 25% a year.
Here's why that number matters, and it's not the money. It's what the money proves. A fan base you built inside a subculture doesn't read a big food collaboration as selling out. They read it as one of theirs winning. You can't buy that. You earn it, one uncomfortable room at a time, standing at a skate event where a pickle brand has no earthly business being.
It's the weird obsession thing. The brands that build a world always start somewhere nobody else would bother going.
Every time. Now set the flop right next to it because it's the cleanest contrast I've seen in a while. Over on X, they're running a contest. $175,000 in prizes for AI videos reimagining the Odyssey, made with the platform's own AI tool. And they're ranking the entries on paid tier timeline impressions before anybody judges the actual work.
So they're trying to buy a community instead of building one.
That's exactly it. And it's flopping on sentiment, because the second you sort on impressions first, you've told everyone what you value. The people who care about the craft read that instantly and stay home. Paying for volume gets you volume. It never gets you belonging.
One earned the room, the other tried to rent it.
And the room always knows the difference. Grillo's spent years standing in places with no cash prize attached and built something 175 grand can't rent. And this is copyable at any size. You don't need a merch line or a festival budget. You need one subculture you actually have a claim to, and the nerve to show up where every other brand in your category would never think to stand.
What I like is the merch does the segmentation for you. Nobody buys a punk pickle shirt by accident. The person wearing it just told you exactly who they are.
And they told everyone around them too. That shirt is a billboard the fan paid you for the privilege of wearing. Try buying that kind of reach on a media plan.
Meanwhile, the contest is out there spending 175 grand to get ignored.
By the exact people who can smell the transaction. And the small brand version of Grillo's costs nothing. Find the local version of that skate event. Sponsor the thing nobody in your category would touch. Show up, don't sell, and let the room decide you belong.
It's patient, though. This isn't a thing you measure in a week.
No, and that's exactly why most brands won't do it. Belonging compounds. It looks like nothing for a year, and then it's the one thing your competitors can't replicate at any price. 3 moves before we close it out. 1. Pick one subculture you genuinely belong to, not the one that maps neatly to your product. Then show up where your category never does, and post from inside it.
2. Make the merch a membership badge, not a sale. Something a fan wears because it says they're one of you, not because it moves a unit.
3. Stop trying to buy the community with giveaways and prize pools. Spend that time in the uncomfortable room instead. Earned belonging is the one asset a bigger budget can't copy.
Quick one before we go. If you run a food or beverage brand and your comments are full of people you never answer, or creators are naming you in public and nobody's home to reply, that's the gap I close. I run community management and user-generated content, plus the brand partnerships and creator relationships that turn a following into a room that actually shows up. Over 15 years doing this in food and beverage. Find me at gallucci.net or DM at gallucci.net on Instagram or LinkedIn. Go drink your crazy water, Chloe.
It's warm.
It always is. See everybody tomorrow.